Yeah.
Yeah, there is. And you're absolutely right. I think learning how to come back to yourself, but also to bond with other people around you, open up, etc. Never give up on finding those communities. It is a very beautiful experience.
Yeah. I think this is the note that I would love to finish up on, which is don't ever give up looking for your community, because they are out there. And if they're not out there, you will make it. For sure, you're not the only person like you who exists in the world. And even if, you're very unique, very special, different circumstances, there's always going to be people who want to support you. Just a question of being persistent and finding them.
Yeah, you'll belong somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like this is the third culture version of the It Gets Better video from Dan Savage. Like, it gets better, guys, don't worry. One day you too may be making a podcast about your life. Beautiful. Awesome. So thank you so much, Holly.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Looking forward to hearing what you get up to in the next little while. Thanks for listening to Beyond Asian Stories of the Third Culture. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We have a preview of our next episode coming up for you. Before we roll it, you can find any resources referenced today in the show notes. If you resonated with what you heard on the show today, follow our Facebook page to get updates on what we're working on, and our Facebook group to add your voice to the conversation. Got the perfect third culture Asian guest for us? Get in touch on our website, beyondasian.com, or simply email us at beyondasianpodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back with another story soon. In the meantime, you can subscribe to our show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, and nearly all your regular podcast watering holes. We are a growing podcast and therefore need your support and reviews to keep bringing you more stories like this. I'd like to thank Miholin Soon, our creative strategist and lead designer, Chicho Coppola, our 3D designer, Rami Farajpur, our developer, and Alexandra Heller, our director of marketing, for helping to bring this podcast to life. Most importantly, I'd like to thank our growing community of courageous guests who have generously shared their stories with us. Beyond Asian Stories of the Third Culture is hosted and produced by me, your Chinese-Canadian third culture kid in Berlin, Sen Zhan. Here's what we've got in store for you next time.
So like all other invisible hindrances, there's a misconception that it's not as debilitating as it actually is.
What do concussion, polyamory, and setting boundaries have to do with each other? In episode 3, I'm speaking with Lindsay, who shares how recovering from a head injury taught her how to navigate boundaries with her chosen and biological family members.
I think I look at having multiple partners and living a polyamorous life just to be a net benefit for having more support, more community. Like, it's just more family members taking care of you. I think honestly everyone should see a mental health professional, even for like standard checkups. You go to the doctor for a checkup. Why wouldn't you go see a counselor or a psychologist or something? And I mean, stress has been the biggest impediment to recovering. Well, I'm just grateful I'm, coming to these lessons now as opposed to another 30 years from now.